If you've never tasted dust, you're missing out. It's gritty, bitter, and oddly comforting, like the last crumbs of a cookie you weren't supposed to eat. I've been marinating in it for months, wedged under the couch, my once red paint chipped and my wheels stiff with neglect. I used to be the king of the living room racetrack, the champion of Couch Cushion Mountain. Now I'm a relic, a casualty of newer, shinier toys and the chaos of grown-up grief. Today, though, the air is different. There's a heaviness, a hush, and the scent of lilies. Too many lilies. I can hear muffled voices, the kind that tremble at the edges, and the soft, hiccuping sobs of my owner, Jamie. He's two, which means he's got the emotional range of a thunderstorm, wild, unpredictable, and impossible to ignore. He keeps pointing at me. Well, at the dark gap where I'm hiding, but nobody seems to notice. They're all too busy whispering about the accident and how will she manage alone. And he was so young. I want to scream, "Hey, down here, the kid's trying to tell you something." But all I can do is sit, half buried in dust bunnies, and watch Jamie's tiny finger jab the air, his face scrunched in frustration. I feel a pang of jealousy for the stuffed bear perched on the armchair, getting all the hugs and snotty tears. Once, that was me. Now, I'm just a forgotten artifact, a silent witness to sorrow. The funeral drags on. People come and go, their shoes thudding overhead, their voices rising and falling like waves. I catch snippets. Closed casket. So sudden. He was just here last week. But it's all noise to me. What matters is Jamie and the way he keeps glancing my way, as if he knows I'm more than just a toy, as if I'm holding a secret. Night falls and the house empties. The silence is thick, broken only by the creak of floorboards and the occasional sniffle from Jamie's room. I lie awake, if you can call it that, wondering if I'll ever feel sunlight again, or if I'll rot here, forgotten, while the world above me unravels. But then, something shifts. Jamie's mother, hollow-eyed and trembling, drops to her knees to pick up a fallen photo. Her hand brushes the edge of the couch, and for a moment, I think she'll find me. But she doesn't. She just sits there, clutching the picture, whispering words I can't quite catch. I want to comfort her, to roll out and nuzzle her hand, but I'm stuck, paralyzed by dust and despair. That night, Jamie sneaks into the living room. He's clutching his blanket, his eyes wide and searching. He crawls to the couch, peering into the darkness, and for the first time in weeks, I feel hope flicker in my battered chassis. Maybe, just maybe, he'll rescue me. He reaches under, his fingers brushing my roof. I want to shout, "Yes, that's it, pull me out." But he hesitates, glancing over his shoulder as if expecting someone to stop him. Then, with a determined grunt, he grabs me and yanks me free. The world is blindingly bright after so long in the shadows. Jamie hugs me to his chest, and I feel his heartbeat. Fast, frantic, alive. For a moment, I'm whole again. I'm not just a toy. I'm his anchor, his comfort, his secret. But as he clutches me, something shifts inside me, a faint rattle, a metallic clink I've never noticed before. Jamie frowns, turning me over in his hands. There, on my underside, a tiny panel is loose, just enough for a sliver of something red to peek through. He pokes at it, and the panel pops open. Out tumbles a key, small, cold, and stained with something dark. Jamie stares at it, his brow furrowed, and I feel a surge of dread. I don't know what the key unlocks or why it was hidden inside me. All I know is that everything is about to change. And for the first time since I was shoved under the couch, I'm not sure I want to be found. Jamie's fingers are sticky with sleep and apple juice, but he holds the key like it's a treasure. I can feel his confusion, the way his breath hitches as he turns me over and over, searching for answers in my battered frame. I want to help him, to explain how a toy car could possibly hide something so strange and grown up. But all I can do is rattle helplessly in his grip. He toddles to his mother's room, dragging me and the key along. The house is silent except for the soft whir of the fridge and the distant hum of streetlights outside. Jamie's mother is curled on her side, clutching a pillow that still smells like his father. When Jamie climbs onto the bed, she startles awake, her eyes red and raw. "Jamie, what are you doing up?" she whispers, her voice cracked and tired. He holds out the key, his other hand gripping me so tightly I think my plastic might crack. She blinks, confused, then takes the key from his chubby fist. For a moment, she just stares at it, her brow furrowing, her lips parting in a silent question. I watch her face change, confusion, then fear, then something sharper. She sits up, clutching the key, and glances at the door as if expecting someone to burst in. Jamie snuggles closer, pressing me against her arm, and I feel her heartbeat thudding through the mattress. She gets up, Jamie in tow, and heads for the closet. There's a box on the top shelf, one I've seen her open only once, late at night, when she thought no one was watching. She unlocks it with trembling hands, and inside are papers, photographs, and a small, battered notebook. She flips through the pages, her breath coming faster, and I catch glimpses of words. Insurance, threats, accident, scrawled in hurried ink. Suddenly, she freezes. There's a folded letter tucked in the back, sealed with a smear of something dark. She opens it, her hands shaking, and reads in silence. Tears spill down her cheeks, but her face is set, determined. She hugs Jamie tight, pressing me between them, and I feel the weight of her decision settle over us like a blanket. The next morning, the house is buzzing. Police cars outside, voices raised, neighbors peering through curtains. Jamie's mother stands tall, the key and the letter clutched in her hands. She tells the officers what she's found, her voice steady and clear. I can't understand all the words, but I know this. The truth is out, and it's bigger than any of us. As the officers search the house, Jamie sits on the porch, holding me in his lap. He runs his fingers over my chipped paint, humming softly. I feel lighter, somehow, as if the dust and secrets have finally lifted. I'm not just a toy anymore. I'm a witness, a clue, a piece of the puzzle that helped set things right. But as the sun sets and the house grows quiet again, I wonder what comes next. Will I be put back under the couch, forgotten once more? Or will Jamie keep me close, a reminder of the day everything changed? All I know is this. I'm not afraid of the dark anymore. Not after what we've been through together. Days pass, and the house feels different, lighter, but also emptier, as if the walls themselves are exhaling after holding their breath for too long. The police come and go, their heavy boots echoing on the hardwood. Jamie's mother moves with a new purpose, her eyes clearer, her voice stronger. She hugs Jamie more often now, and sometimes, when she thinks no one is looking, she squeezes me too, as if I'm a lifeline she didn't know she needed. I spend my days on Jamie's pillow, no longer banished to the shadows. He drives me along the seams of his blanket, making soft vroom-vroom noises, his laughter ringing out like wind chimes. Sometimes, he holds me up to the window, letting the sunlight glint off my battered roof. I feel proud, in a way I never did before. Not because I'm shiny or new, but because I matter. I helped. I was seen. But there are moments, quiet, in-between moments, when I wonder about the secrets I carried. I never asked to be a hiding place, a vessel for someone else's pain. I was built for joy, for speed, for the thrill of being launched across the kitchen floor. Yet somehow I became the keeper of a truth that changed everything. One night, as Jamie sleeps, his mother sits beside him, stroking his hair. She picks me up, turning me over in her hands, tracing the spot where the key once hid. Her eyes are soft, but there's a sadness there, too, a longing for things to be simple again. She whispers, "Thank you," so quietly I almost think I imagined it. I want to tell her it's okay, that even though I'm just a toy, I understand what it means to be lost and found, to be broken and still loved. I want to tell her that Jamie is safe, that she is stronger than she knows, that the darkness can't last forever. But I can't speak. All I can do is be here, chipped and dusty and real, a silent promise that even the smallest things can make a difference. Maybe one day I'll end up back under the couch, forgotten again. Maybe Jamie will outgrow me, trade me for something faster, flashier, less burdened by memory. But for now, I am his favorite. I am a hero. I am home. And that, I think, is enough.